up for them. I mean, I have seen small businesses go from being retail only to direct to consumer only. I've seen, bakeries go from being brick and mortar bakeries to selling, mixing packs online. I mean, I myself started an online Instagram live
I love that.
club. It's just about asking yourself. It's being unafraid to say what I thought my business was before might need to manifest itself differently. And truly, how do I show up for people when they need me? And for me, it's through Bake Club. It's through many other things. And how do I show up for small businesses? And a lot of that is this partnership that I have just launched with the makers of Ball Home Canning products called the Made for More Small Business Fund, where we're handing out 10 grants to 10 different small business owners of $10,000 and some pretty incredible support beyond that, access to team executives and beyond to really help prop up their businesses as they figure out how to pivot and show up as well.
Wow. Such a great thing you're doing. How did Milk Bar I know you said you founded it in 2008. How did it all come about? Like, what was the journey to get to it and the name?
Yeah, so I was a home baker from the Midwest, first and foremost. I love to bake. I decided to make it a profession, which is probably one of the craziest decisions to make, but I moved to New York City to pursue my passion. I thought I would be a fine dining pastry chef, and what I found when I made my way to the top of that pursuit was, a beautiful plated dessert is a gorgeous thing to marvel at, but I really found that my true love for dessert was in the connection and the capacity to feed and reach as many people as possible. And I looked around and didn't see the type of business that I wanted to work for. And so I built it, and I built Milk Bar. Milk Bar's original inspiration was meant to be a sort of like a modern day Dairy Queen, a custard stand, an ice cream stand, meets like a display case of baked goods. And so rather than using the word dairy, milk, and then bar was sort of meant to be like the place that's open, we open early in the morning like a bakery would, but we also stay open very late at night, and we're sort of that place that you can come, that you're always welcome, that we will always feed you, ideally will inspire you, turn on your creativity, and more than anything, show up for you.
Amazing. I love the whole concept, and the fact that it's grown so much. You were living and working in New York City, but you opened up your flagship in DC. Why was that?
Yes. I spent my teenage years in the Northern Virginia area. My father worked for the Department of Agriculture, funnily enough, in the dairy division, protecting small dairy farmers and setting dairy prices. And I left home for New York City because at the time, DC's food scene was not as strong as New York's. It wasn't anything close to what it was today. But when I decided, from a Milk Bar standpoint, to really go for it, from a storefront bakery standpoint, to build our biggest store at the time, I really wanted it to be a homecoming to the community that fed me on many different levels to begin with. And now we have flagships in Washington, D.C. at Logan Circle. We have one in New York City in the Nomad neighborhood, and we built one in Los Angeles in West Hollywood. So it's pretty fun. There's little Milk Bars in really fun communities, but the way in which I have been able to think about spreading good through baked goods, through Milk Bar pie and birthday cakes and cereal milk soft serve, it goes beyond just bakeries, standalone bakeries and communities. We have this incredible online care package arm of our business where we're able to show up on people's doorsteps, because that's what was true to my upbringing. With when you couldn't spend time with people, you sent cookies, you sent cake.
Yep.
And we just launched into the aisles of the grocery store as well to really bring that spirit, that whim, and that, the challenging of what a chocolate chip cookie can be beyond a chocolate chip cookie. What a bite of cake can be beyond a traditional slice of cake. And, my mission is really to inspire the 10-year-old version of me, and that 10-year-old fell in love with food in the aisles of the grocery store. So I really,
I love it.
Follow your heart,
Yeah,
start a small business and have it stick. You
that's
have to follow your heart, and you have to be able to ride the waves.
Yes, if you just I'm talking to the founder of the Milk Bar, Christina Tosi. How do you juggle overseeing everyday stuff like the tasting and the and the testing of everything in such a large scale that you have been built for your brand?
One day at a time is most certainly my motto to myself, Wendy, like early in the morning and late at night. No one does it alone. I don't do it alone by any stretch of the imagination. I oftentimes sort of remiss that I get all the credit, but so much of this credit is due to my incredible team. It takes an incredible team. It takes a
village, right?
It takes a village. It takes a heartbeat of people that share in your values, and honestly, it takes a great deal of trust and confidence, and knowing that what you start in your vision, it only works if you plan on sharing it both with your community and welcoming people into your fold. And that has been, I think, so much the strength and the brilliance of what we've been able to achieve at Milk Bar. It's a shared vision. When we come up with our peppermint bark cake or our peppermint bark snaps for the holidays.
Yum.
It's something that we're all thinking about. It's a flavor story that we're all obsessed with. And when we do R&D and testing, and we're thinking about packaging, and we're thinking about all of the ins and outs, we do it together as a team. We challenge one another, and we trust the process. And when we decide and commit, we decide and commit.
When you love what you do and you have a passion for it, it just speaks volumes. Look what you've done with, Milk Bar and its success. It's amazing. And you're the author of 3 best-selling books. Your new book, I love the title, Milk Bar Kids Only.
Yes.
Love it.
It's so much fun. It's that cookbook that's for the kid by age, or I like to think the kid at heart. That's something that I'm always looking to hold on to, going back to that spirit of lightness and levity when getting into the kitchen and blocking out 30 minutes or an hour to just sort of escape amongst, bins of flour and sugar, jars of, salt and baking powder and baking soda. That's one of the most wonderful things in the world, I think.
I don't even if I was anywhere near what you do, I would be like, oh my God.
No. Well, that's the beauty of Milk Bar Kids Only, is that they're really simple one bowl recipes to sort of take away any barrier, any self-talk that you go, I can't do that, to look at it and say, it's 5, it's 10 ingredients. You got this. You need a bowl, you need a spoon, turn on that oven, and don't you worry.
Oh my gosh, so fun. So any new creations brewing, Christina?
Well, we're working on our menu for the beginning of next year, because we are finalizing our last batches of peppermint bark everything, peppermint bark truffles and cake and snaps for this holiday season, which we're excited to just sort of like round out 2020 and then put a bow on it and say goodbye. But we're working on new recipes into next year. We're working on new truffle crumb cakes and cookies for the aisles of the grocery store. And honestly, the newest recipe that I'm most excited about is this recipe that I just made on Bake Club, my live Monday Instagram, 2 p.m. bake session with the world, and it's rock candy. And I love it because it very much, Wendy, is the sort of like, if you don't think you're a baker, if you're not sure about it, just come on in. Trust me, I got you, I promise. It's growing beautiful sugar crystals in ball jars. You can flavor them, you can color them. They make the most epic treat. You can store them in your ball jar when you're done. They make the most epic treat. They make a really sweet gift this time of year, where we're really looking for the moments that we are not spending with people to really resonate through maybe what we drop off their doorstep or put in the mail. And that recipe, and if you're a small business owner or know a small business owner and you want to share the Made for More Small Business Fund that I was talking about earlier, the recipe for the rock candy and the application to be one of these 10 winners for the $10,000 grant to fuel your business, you can find it at freshpreserving.com/made for more.
Okay, gosh, thank you so much for all that information. And I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. And thank you for bringing us so many good, sweet treats and wonderful things from the Milk Bar. And your success, Christina. So I was so excited and looking forward to talking to you and learning all about this.
Thank you for the positivity and cheer, Wendy. It's been a real uplifting last few minutes getting to spend time with you.
Oh, same here. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing more things. You think you're going to open up more Milk Bars?
We're thinking we most certainly had that in the plans before 2020 hit. So in my mind, the sky's the limits. When you're a small business owner, you set goals, and the second you get close to them, you set bigger goals, or you're constantly moving the test pieces around. So you will definitely see more of Milk Bar in your life, whether it's through bakeries or showing up on doorsteps or in more joyful places in the grocery store. There is more to come from us, that's for sure.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Looking forward to it, and come back anytime. Chat with us. Chat with me anytime.
Wendy.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Thanks for joining me for this episode of What's Up with Wendy. If you loved this episode, head over to iTunes or your favorite platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Please also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at What's Up with Wendy. And you can learn more about me and my podcast on my website, whatsupwithwendy.com. And remember, only you can make you happy.